What's up everyone, Crypto Underground is back with an update video on Bitcoin. We're gonna have a look why I believe that right now we could see first an initial dump before we break out into new all-time highs. And of course we're gonna have a look also into Pepe Note, guys, that currently is breaking a new milestone. We have now over 1.2 millions raised here. We're gonna have a look into this new project, guys, that currently everyone is talking about. Since this is a completely new crypto, it's a GameFi coin and also mining coin. It's kind of a mining simulator where you can right now invest into the early access phase. Of course, you can buy the coins right now before the launch, and I'm going to tell you why I also bought, and of course why I'm also staking it with this huge API that they're giving to all early investors. So welcome everyone. Make sure to be subscribed on this channel, guys. I update you every day whatever is going on in the crypto space. As you can see, we have almost 1,400 subscribers. Thank you very much for your great support as always, guys. At 2,000 subscribers, we are going to do a nice $100 giveaway for someone of you, and we're gonna keep that basically with every 1,000 subscribers. We are going to do that. And also, guys, keep in mind that whenever you want to invest into new cryptos, everything is of course no financial advice. Everything is high risk here in the crypto space. Also, if you're trading with leverage on those exchanges that I'm also using, like Bybit, Phemex, and so on, you can see that here on Maxi Global or also Bybit, you can trade all cryptos that you want, also with leverage. So always keep in mind, guys, I'm not a financial advisor, and everything in this video is no financial advice. I'm just showing you whatever I'm buying and selling here in the crypto space. And of course, when it comes also to new cryptos and of course trading tips and signals, I am just sharing with you my own thoughts and also my own price predictions and analysis as well. So definitely check it out, guys. All links in the video description to new projects like Pepe Note that we're also going to cover today, or Bitcoin Hyper that currently is going very viral. This new Bitcoin Hyper meme coin, also mentioned in different crypto websites like here. And today we're going to have an update here on Pepe Note as well. So welcome everyone on board. Make always your own research as well, guys, and of course also check out basically TradingView. If you want to do those analysis and use my indicators as well, then you're gonna need TradingView. The link is of course also in the video description. That's basically one of the most powerful and most important tools here in the crypto space. And here with Bitcoin, guys, we're gonna dive here straight into the 4-hour time frame. So far, Bitcoin is still fighting with this huge resistance that we have from the daily and weekly time frame right here at around $118,000. This is of course a good sign that we are still trying to fight this resistance. The more we fight it, the weaker it gets. But at some point, of course, also it is possible that we're getting rejected and we come back down. And such a thing could be happening right now or very soon, because in the 4-hour time frame we are starting to see some weaknesses. At least at the moment it looks like that we could get here buy sell signals. Also here in the 3-hour time frame we got them already confirmed, and that means that it's possible that we could come down to retest 116k, maybe even go a bit lower than that. And a pullback, in my opinion, is also possible, because over on the daily time frame, even though of course, as I told you, it's bullish that we are fighting with this resistance, you can see that we are in quite a toppy area. And if or once here we're getting a sell signal, it's nothing confirmed yet, then of course we could come down to retest basically this breakout that we had here at around $112,000 to $113,000 before eventually we break out here to the upside later on. I remain still bullish, guys. I told you that I'm expecting a very bullish Q4 of 2025. I showed you different indicators in the last couple of videos, so go and watch them in my channel if you're interested. But I'm overall bullish for the next coming weeks and months. But first, it is possible that we could get such a little dump here first before we gear up for new all-time highs. Also here on the weekly time frame, even though we got a nice bounce here at the middle line of the candle channels, we are still below this resistance here, this resistance trend line at around 118k. We want to see, of course, here again weekly closes like we had over here in July 2025, and then of course a continuation to the upside and not crashing again below this resistance trend line, this yellow one, because this one is a very huge one that we had also here in December 2024, and of course also in the previous bull run. That's also why or where this yellow resistance trend line is coming out from. That line I drew that many years actually ago, and I thought that it was a point of interest once we're reaching again those levels. And this is exactly here where Bitcoin is struggling to push higher, when even where some people even are saying that this could be a potential cycle top. That in my opinion is not true, as I told you. And I also showed you many videos ago, guys. Based on the rainbow wave indicator, we are currently here on this blue zone, and this is usually a buy territory. It doesn't matter if we are in a bull run or bear market. Whenever we are on this blue line, and even better in this light blue line where we bottomed out with the previous correction at 77k, that is usually a good buy zone for Bitcoin. Of course, no financial advice, guys. I'm just holding my buys and sells always based on the rainbow wave indicator, which is of course the indicator which is also based on the 4-year cycle of Bitcoin. And if the 4-year cycle is still intact, we should expect the cycle top for Bitcoin somewhere in this red zone up here. It doesn't matter if it's going to happen in the next coming weeks and months, let's say in October, or if it's going to be later, maybe in April, March next year, who knows that, or May. It is also possible, but in any case, somewhere up here in this red zone, we should expect the cycle top like in previous bull runs, and not down here in the blue zone. In the blue zone, usually you are accumulating, you are buying more. At least this is what I'm doing and what the indicator is telling us to do, of course. And whenever we are in this red zone up here, it's good, of course, to take some profits out. Doesn't matter if you are in a bull run or bear market. Also here in 2021, you can see that when we enter into these red zones up here, it's usually a sell area, and whenever we're in this dark blue or light blue area, this is basically then the buying zone. And you can see that the bear markets very often they bottom out somewhere here in this blue zone, light blue or dark blue, whenever we have seen the top already, or whenever this shifts to the downside, which it is actually already doing. But you can see that of course the top side, the red zone, is basically still higher until basically deep into next year. If Bitcoin would just continuing here to go sideways like this. But I'm expecting still something like that. I think that we're gonna see a parabolic big rise in Bitcoin in the next coming weeks and months, probably until the end of this year. Also time-wise, it makes sense. This is usually what we are seeing, that Bitcoin at some point will start to skyrocket, and then of course it comes into a bear market or sideways consolidation. This is why I think that here at 120k, we didn't see yet the cycle top of Bitcoin, and that's why, of course, if we're getting pullbacks, I'm always using them, of course, to buy more and accumulate more and more. And based on the indicators, guys, I told you that we are looking a bit toppy. It looks like that eventually we are coming back down to retest important support levels, but overall, we should be gearing up then for a nice move to the upside very, very soon. Of course, guys, be subscribed here. At the moment, nothing much is going on. I'm just looking at the indicators, what they're telling me, and of course, waiting for the next big breakout. On the altcoins, we are seeing, of course, some altcoins moving nicely here. Also new listed coins, also like Runwaygo, for example, that I also bought many months ago. This is a new SportFi coin. Many of them are pumping nicely, and that's why, of course, I'm buying also into new low market cap coins. And one of them is, of course, Pepe Note that we're going to cover today, and also Bitcoin Hyper. Bitcoin Hyper is the biggest one, almost at 17 millions, while Pepe Note is one of the newest, smallest ones with 1.2 millions. And here the cool feature about Pepe Note is that this is going to be a GameFi mining coin where you can get airdrops in form of meme coins, but also mine their own tokens that you currently can only buy in the early access phase. And they also are going to burn more and more tokens the more people are playing it, and the more people are basically buying those nodes. They're gonna burn then 70% of those nodes prices here, basically whenever you buy one, more and more of their tokens. And that means that also it's getting more scarce, and this of course could also have a positive impact in the price. So that's why currently I'm buying into Pepe Note as well, guys. As you can see here, I bought with staking, 1050% API. I have almost the same amount back that I bought. And this is because early investors are getting rewarded with this high API. So if I'm putting in $1,000 and I have now almost the same amount back in tokens, that means that at launch I can, for example, take out the rewards, which will be much higher than the coins that I purchased, take there some profits, and then the rest let it run and see if it's gonna continue to pump or not. So we will see what happens with this one, but I like the idea with this game behind this token, the mechanism that it's deflationary, and of course also that we can still buy in the early access phase and still stake it and accumulate many more tokens. With Bitcoin Hyper, for example, here, this one already very hyped. This new launch, basically this new launching coin is currently going viral, and that's why also many people bought in, and that's why also the API is so low. So with Bitcoin Hyper, I would definitely buy without staking right now, just to accumulate more and more before the launch. And with Pepe Note, we still have a lot of time here, so here I would definitely buy with staking, buy some with staking, and just let it run to accumulate more and more coins. And then when the time is right, when we're coming close to the launch, like Bitcoin Hyper, for example, then of course also you can buy then more without alt staking, because probably also here the API will drop a lot as soon as many people will jump on board into this one. I'm gonna do an update video separately on Pepe Node as well, guys, because we have new articles also coming out about this new coin. So make sure to stay tuned, be subscribed, and of course we're gonna see us all in the next one, guys. I hope you liked the video. Stay tuned, be subscribed, join our crypto family. At 2,000 subscribers, we are going to do a nice $100 giveaway. Thank you for watching, and see you all in the next one.